Senior High School On-Air Academy. Unstoppable! Delivering you quality education amidst pandemic.
To defend school opening to October 5.
Unstoppable!
Giving you accessible learning platform anytime, anywhere.
Ang klase, whatever form it is.
Comprehensible!
Buckle up and get yourself ready.
I will repeat, then you will do it later on.
Accurate!
The sphere that includes all living things.
Today, we'll be talking about rational functions.
Simplified.
This is Jaw speaking. How may I help you?
This is ZED School Radio's Senior High School On-Air Academy.
And now, here's your new episode for Mind Assets 2.0. Your guide for the subject Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management 2. Mind Assets 2.0.
Summer heat is on, my dear senior high school learners. Today is another mind-tangling episode that will surely fix in place. And I am glad that despite of this hard situation that we are facing right now, we can still learn as one through radio via DepEd Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela. I am Rhea Jane Valle Bernardo, your teacher on air. Always reminding you to always listen carefully in this episode. Are you ready?
Yay!
Once again, my dear learners, be sure you are in a comfortable place and no one can distract you while listening to our broadcast because this is very helpful in our daily lives to become a well-off proprietor in the future. Are you ready?
Yay!
I think you are now ready. So let's begin. We had so much learning from the previous episode where you described the different elements of the statement of financial position, wherein we discussed the different financial statements and the different elements of accounting concepts. Am I right?
Yay!
To assess your previous learnings, let me see how well you listened in the last episode.
Okay!
Let's check your previous quiz. Number 1 is true. Number 2 is false. Number 3 is true. Number 4 is false. And number 5 is false. Okay, let's count your score. How many score did you get? Wow! Fantastic! You really did listen very well.
Hooray!
Now, we are going to learn another mind-blowing figures that will surely capture your attention as we record into account every transaction in this episode. So, get ready, your pens and journals as you enter the accounts in book by having a relaxing environment as we welcome you to our today's episode. Stay tuned. I'll be back after this reminder.
Now that we are in the new normal, let us practice new things. Observe social and physical distancing at all times. Disinfect our things. Let our temperature be checked. Always wash your hands with soap and water. Use hand sanitizers. Avoid crowded places. And always wear your face mask and face shield. Always remember these things because health is wealth. Let us beat COVID-19. A reminder from the Department of Health, Department of Education, and this station.
And we are back. Once again, good day, my dear students. Still with Teacher Rhea. Today's episode will focus on how we are going to prepare a statement of changes in the owner's equity. At this point, it is very important to answer this question. How do we record every transaction into account? Correct. It is very important that business owners make a habit of recording their business transactions every day. It will assist in making informed, efficient, and precise decisions at any time. Well-kept accounting records act as a reminder of a person's deductible credits and expenses. Do we have to record all transactions in accounting? Definitely. It is very essential for all businesses to have an efficient and accountable system that documents all purchases, sales, and inventory. Doing so requires the use of source documents that record any specific item's financial transaction or processing and bookkeeping. Thus, what is SCE? Brilliant! SCE stands for a Statement of Changes of Owner's Equity, which shows the changes in the capital account due to contributions, withdrawals, and net income or net loss. All changes, whether increases or decreases to the owner's interest in the company during the period, are reported in the SCE or Statement of Changes in Owner's Equity.
Okay!
This statement is prepared before preparation of the Statement of Financial Position to be able to obtain the ending balance of the equity to be used in the SFP or Statement of Financial Position. Now, what are the contents or elements found in the SCE? Precisely. The transactions most likely to appear on this statement are the net profit or loss, dividend payments, proceeds from the sale of stock, treasury stock purchases, gains and losses recognized directly in equity, effects of changes due to errors in prior periods, and effects of changes in fair value for certain assets. Are you now ready to prepare the SCE?
Yay!
That's great! Let's have first an example of owner's equity of a service type of sole proprietorship business, namely Valles Printing Services.
Okay!
All amounts are assumed and simplified for illustration purposes only. Assume that the company started in January 2019 and had an ending capital of 100,000 pesos. During the year, the owner, Ms. Valle, had a total contribution of 10,000 pesos and had a total of withdrawals amounting 20,000 pesos by the end of the year. Step number 1. We have to gather the needed information. Using the SFP month of January 2019, we will analyze the transactions made for the month of January 2019 only. The statement of changes in owner's equity is prepared second to the income statement. So, we will still be using the same source of information.
Okay!
Let's proceed to step number 2. Prepare the heading. Like any financial statement, the heading is made up of 3 lines. The first line contains the name of the company. The second line shows the title of the report. In this case, it would be Statement of Changes in Owner's Equity, or Statement of Owner's Equity, or simply Statement of Changes in Equity. Any of the 3 would be okay. And the third line shows the period covered. The report covers a span of time. Hence, we use for the year ended, for the quarter ended, for the month ended, etc. Some annual financial statements omit the "for the year ended" phrase. Using the assumed company of Miss Valle, you have to write in the first line, the Valles Printing Services. Are you done?
Yay!
That's nice. In the next line, write Statement of Changes in Owner's Equity.
Okay!
Do you follow?
Hooray!
Excellent. And the last line, write the "for the month ended January 31, 2019.
Okay!
Did you get it right?
Yay!
Fantastic! You are done writing the headings. Make sure that it is centered in the document.
Okay!
Next is step number 3. Capital at the beginning of the period. The report of the capital balance at the beginning of the period reported, or the amount at the end of the previous period. Remember that the ending balance of the last period is the beginning balance of the current period. And since Valles Printing Services just started in January 2019, assume that the capital account is 0. In the second year of operations, an amount would already be shown in the capital's beginning balance equal to the ending balance in the first year. Let's proceed to step number 4. Add additional contributions. Contributions from the owner increases capital. Hence, added to the capital balance. And here's a tip. You may need to refer to the journal to find out how much contributions were made by the owner.
Alright!
Other sources of information may also be used, such as a log of owner's capital contributions. Assume that the printing services accumulate additional contributions of 13,200 pesos. Next one is step number 5. Add the net income. Net income increases capital. Hence, it is added to the beginning capital balance. Net income is equal to all revenues minus all expenses. We can also refer to the income statement we previously prepared for the amount.
Okay!
Assume that Miss Valle gained net income for the month of January 2019 of 1,060 pesos. Let's move on to step number 6. Deduct owner's withdrawals. Withdrawals made by the owner is recorded separately from contributions. You can easily find it in the adjusted trial balance as owner's drawings or owner's withdrawals, or any other appropriate account name. Withdrawals decrease capital, hence are deducted. Assume that Miss Valle had a withdrawal of 7,000 pesos. Last one is step number 7. Compute for the ending capital balance. Compute for the balance of the capital account at the end of the period and draw the lines. One horizontal line means that a mathematical operation has been performed. 2 horizontal lines or double rule are drawn below the final amount. Assume additional contributions of 13,200 is added to net income amounting 1,060 pesos. Then subtract the drawings of 7,000 pesos, which has a capital ending of 7,260 pesos for the month of January 2019. So, there you have the preparation of a statement of changes in owner's equity.
Hooray!
It is a report that shows the items that affect the capital or equity account.
Okay!
Simply, we are just presenting this formula in a formal report. Capital ending equals capital beginning plus additional contributions plus net income less withdrawals, where net income is equals to income less expenses. Now, class, are we ready for an activity?
Yay!
Let's have an activity. These are the instructions. Analyze and solve each problem. Show your work in your answer sheet. Number 1. The beginning owner's equity amounted to 500,000 pesos. The business incurred a 62,000 net loss for the year. No additional investments and withdrawals for the period. Compute for a total increase in equity for the year. What is your answer, class? Wow, impressive! The answer is increase is 0, but decrease is 62,000 pesos. Number 2. Ending owner's equity amounted to 90,000 pesos. Additional investments during the year amounted to 30,000 pesos. Withdrawals totaled 10,000 pesos. Compute for the company's net income for the year, assuming beginning equity is 50,000 pesos. What is your answer? Exactly, it is 20,000 pesos. To wrap up everything, what is SCE? Correct, it is the statement of changes in owner's equity. It shows the owner's capital at the start of the period, the changes that affect capital, and the resulting capital at the end of the period. What should be written first in preparing SCE? Perfect! A typical SCE starts with a heading which consists of 3 lines. The first line shows the name of the company. Second is the title of the report. And the period covered for the third line. The title of the report is Statement of Owner's Equity. This is used for sole proprietorships. For partnerships, the title is Statement of Partner's Equity. And for corporations, Statement of Stockholders' Equity. From the example a while ago, notice that the third line is worded for the month ended. This means that the SCE presents information for a specific span of time only. In the above example, the period covers 1 month that ends on January 31, 2019. Hence, the amounts presented pertain to changes to owner's equity from January 1, 2019 to January 31, 2019 only. What should be the account name for the capital account? Indeed, the capital account name used in our example is Valles Capital. The capital account name used would vary from company to company.
Okay!
What are the elements that affects the capital in the duration of the month of January 2019? Exactly, it is the income that increases capital, expenses decreases capital, net income is equal to income minus expenses. Hence, net income would increase the capital account. If expenses exceed income, there is a net loss.
Okay!
In such case, net loss will decrease the capital account. Also, always write the net income in the bottom line amount in the company's income statement. Withdrawals also affects the capital. The amount is deducted to get the capital balance. How will you interpret your prepared SCE on Valles Printing Services? Wow! Very well said. The statement of changes in owner's equity example above shows that Valles Printing Services has 7,260 pesos in capital as a result of the following transactions based on the income statement adjusted entries for the month of January with a zero balance at the beginning of the month plus 13,200 pesos owner's contributions during the month plus 1,060 pesos net income and minus 7,000 pesos withdrawals. And always remember that a good accounting form suggests that a single line is drawn every time an amount is computed because it signifies that a mathematical operation has been completed. The bottom line amount is double ruled. Alright, I know you're ready with a short quiz. But as you prepare, let's have a short break.
Hi there! Have you heard about DepEd Commons? What is it all about, my friend? DepEd Commons is an online platform and an alternative way for continuing education even if learners are at home. It can be accessed by learners and teachers. How can we access it? You only need your school ID, name, and email address. Just type commons.deped.gov.ph in your internet browser address bar and fill in the needed information. Wow, that's so nice! Through the DepEd Commons, we can continue our education. This information is from the Department of Education.
Welcome back! Now, we're going to have your short quiz. The instruction is like this. You are going to prepare the SCE or Statement of Changes in Owner's Equity. Are you ready?
Yay!
Here are the instructions. Analyze each problem. Prepare a statement of changes in owner's equity in your notebook.
Alright.
Number 1. In 2019, Marie, the owner of Gatan Law Firm, has a beginning capital balance of 672,000 pesos. During the year, Gatan Law Firm earned a net income of 260,300. Also, she invested additional cash of 100,000 pesos in the business. Furthermore, Marie got hospitalized and withdrew 50,000 pesos for the payment of her hospital bill. How much is the ending capital balance of Gatan Law Firm as of December 31, 2019? Number 2. Oh My Trading is owned by Miss Dina Katakutan. The beginning capital of Miss Katakutan is 520,000 pesos. In 2019, Oh My Trading earned a 107,000 pesos net income. During the year, she withdrew 40,000 pesos. As of December 31, 2019, her capital balance is 662,000 pesos. How much is the additional investment of Miss Dina Katakutan in 2019? Number 3. Lavanderio Laundry Shop is owned by Mr. Derio Laban. Lavanderio Laundry Shop's capital balance as of January 2019 is 250,000 pesos. Due to cash shortage problem, he invested additional cash of 160,000 pesos. Furthermore, Lavanderio Laundry Shop incurred a net loss of 75,000 pesos. His capital balance as of December 31, 2019 is 320,000 pesos. How much is Mr. Laban's withdrawal for the year? I'll give you 5 minutes while playing the Radyo Eskwela theme song to finish the activity.
Halina't matuto, gamit ang ating radyo, pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo, patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon, sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan, kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
How are you there, my dear learners? Are you still fine? Okay, it is very easy, diba? Hope you enjoyed your quiz. Are you?
Hooray!
That's it. Congratulations! We will check your answers on our next episode. You may continue your activity after this broadcast. And for now, to commend you for a job well done, give yourself A round of applause. Your final scores will be sent to you by your teacher. Our episode has come to an end, so for now, you may just put your answer sheets in your envelope, which would be sent to the school for checking. If you have questions regarding our episode for today, you may just call or text your Fundamentals of Accounting and Business Management teacher in your respective schools. Be sure to tune in on the next episode. On behalf of the RBI production team and SDO Isabela, I am your radio teacher, Rhea Jane Valle Bernardo, always reminding you, we'll learn as one. Walang batang may iwan sa SDO Isabela. Goodbye!
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela!